Doc Loves the Kids, a local Kitsap County nonprofit organization established in 2015 whose mission is to provide activities, programs, and community support for at-risk youth.
They put the you in community.
Doc Loves the Kids.
Welcome to Uncommon Courtesy,
where we give you the courtesy of conversation
that's uncommonly spoke of.
I'm D-Mac.
I'm Wesley.
And this is the show. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Welcome to a new dawn here in America. Don't forget to catch us every Friday on the Friday Fix at 7 p.m. We'll just be taking a load off from the week. It's about to get rough for everybody, so come join us. Join the discussion. No cartoon animals were harmed in the last episode. Don't forget to catch us every Sunday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Sunday, Town Hall. We're gonna name it one day. One day
we'll absolutely get around.
Yeah, we'll get around to it. You know, the world moves so fast. We just haven't had time. Well, it's Inauguration Day.
Absolutely, man, and it's been pretty crazy, man. They say today Trump came out and issued a bunch of executive orders. It's been a wild day. We'll start off with that.
Yeah, I got one. Trump just signed. He signed an executive order pardoning 15,000 January 6th insurrectionists. Yeah, that's one of his first moves. So he said he was going to do it.
Yeah, it says Trump closes first day with an avalanche of executive orders. President Donald Trump bolted into his first day in office with an unprecedented show of executive force, signing orders intended to end the right to citizenship by birth, force federal workers back to the office, and grant TikTok a reprieve from a forced shutdown. As he showcases his desire to circumvent Congress and reshape everything from the energy to from economy to energy policy. The new president's flashy signing ceremonies highlighted a long day of classic Trump's showmanship that kept him not only at the center of the festivities, but in front of the cameras as he criticized his predecessor, stewed about familiar grievances, and sent messages to his MAGA supporters. Trump delivered not one, but two lengthy speeches on Capitol Hill before holding court at a glitzy congressional luncheon. He then used a rally at Capital One Arena as the backdrop for one of his signing ceremonies, holding up an order pulling the U.S. from the Paris Climate Agreement before the crowd of cheering supporters. Back at the White House, he spent 45 minutes taking dozens of questions from reporters in the Oval Office as he pardoned or commuted the sentence of more than 1,500 Jan 6 rioters, including those convicted of assaulting law enforcement officers and seditious conspiracy, and signed another swath of orders overhauling the federal government's treatment of immigrants and withdrawing the country from the World Health Organization. Wow, man, this guy, man. Bruh, it's just, at this point in time, man, there's not a lot that we can say is safe in this country anymore. I mean, he got rid of a
lot of stuff, actually, man. I just saw it. I got a couple lists here. He got rid of a lot of Biden stuff. So he's Executive Order 13985 of January 20th, 2021, advancing racial equity and support for undeserved communities through the federal government. Executive Order 13986 ensures lawful and accurate eration and appointments pursuant to the census.
Yeah, he also revoked Biden's executive order to reduce drug costs for Medicare and Medicaid.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, which is crazy. I mean, he
redid one where protecting public health and the environment and restoring science to tackle the climate change. So there goes that.
He also talked about enacting his tariffs, 25% tariff on Mexico and Canada by February 1st. Yeah, I mean, he pardoned the Proud Boys guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And
he got rid of the executive order preserving and combating discrimination on the basis of gender identity or sexual orientation. Yeah, he took that back. Damn.
We've gotten to a point right now in our country where this person, most presidents, they come in, this is what they do. They kind of undo what presidents prior to them have done. However, I mean, certain things are just being super malicious. I think the Medicaid, Medicare, that's a malicious thing to do, especially when you have people who are relying on that. That doesn't make any sense unless he puts something in place.
It's not about those people that are relying on it. It's about the people that make the money off of it. That's Absolutely. What that is about. You would keep that. I mean, that's just a natural thing to do, but he don't care. These people have money. They have the greatest healthcare that America can give to somebody. So why would they have partners that need that money? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, no. Yeah,
He
they
could
have
keep
partners
the
in it.
order and had added to it. If anything, he should have taken that order and said, "Okay, let me improve upon it." If anything else, but he what he's trying to do is erase Biden's anything that any of Biden accomplishments from the history books. Period. Plain and simple. It's gotten to a point. I mean, you look at your pardoned 1,500 people, even the ones man, me personally, 1,500. I'm not going to even differentiate who partook in violent, in violence and who didn't. I mean, one person does violence, you all did violence. That's just how it goes. That's what it. If they look at rioters, they're going to say the same thing about them. Oh, you were a peaceful rioter, but you killed somebody. They don't care who did it. You guys were all a part of the same action. That was one action.
Yeah.
I mean, they're saying, oh, well, some people walked in and they were peaceful inside of the building. Well, once you breached the building, you weren't supposed to
Yeah,
be in
you're
there.
not peaceful with anybody. You're actually in
Period.
there. You're in there to do some business.
They say. I mean, at the same time, when they not even breached the building, let's take it back to when the barricades were up around the Capitol. When the people started breaching the barricades, a female officer fell back, knocked her head into the was knocked out cold because she hit her head on the steps, and then the bars that kind of lead up, the railings that kind of lead up there, knocked her out. That's assault. Once one person breached and did that, they all did that. We got to stop trying to like differentiate what people did and give
Well, I
these
mean,
people some type
at
of
this point,
grace.
it doesn't even matter anymore. I mean, we can look back at January 6th like, oh, it was horrible. You can't even talk like they still ended up taking over.
It doesn't
So,
matter, like you
I mean,
said.
they still took over. He
Yep.
released everybody from jail. This is where we're at right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy just to watch. I mean, yeah, that's what it is. This is where we're at.
Oh, that
So,
just this lady said, man, she was like, when people bring up January 6th, he said that America gets tired. They don't want to hear about this anymore. The reason why America is tired of it is because who did it? Who was involved in January 6th? The people who were involved there. We hear never forget when we hear about the World Trade Center or something like that because it was people who were from the Middle East that did this. Do we want to hear about Oklahoma City bombing? That's
well,
nothing.
the
We don't
reason,
really
like I said,
want to hear
because
about that either.
nothing was
So
done,
much.
nothing was done about it until it was politically time for them to do it. So they didn't care. They didn't want to punish their own. You know what I'm saying? To them, it was a slap on the wrist. And that's what that now they're going to pay dearly for it. Them and a lot of people that they love. And, the programs that you claim that you like. Like, people need to understand that. That's the Democrats are going to have to pay for their sins of not bringing strong leaders because you should have arrested everybody. No, I mean, that's what they do to us. That's what they
Arrest
do to
everybody.
us.
Absolutely. I
Arrest
mean,
everybody,
they're
even if
gonna
you,
raid it.
yeah,
Raid. I
knock
mean,
it
look
down.
what they did.
Yeah.
Look what they did to the Panthers. I mean, kill everybody. You know how it goes. This is what they're gonna do. They gave the guy 22 years. He pardons him. This person basically, this is sedition. He should have been in Gitmo at that point in time. I mean, he
Yeah.
took Khalid Sheikh,
It's
Mohammed to
treason. It's
Gitmo.
treason. It used to be known as treason. But now
Yeah.
since we're in this new whole situation because he tried to overthrow the government. I mean, it's the same
Hmm.
place. He
Yeah.
tried to overthrow it
Absolutely.
and then he ended up taking it over anyways. So we're not this history is done. Now they're going to say, "Hey, the country you talk about it differently. You say the country fell. They can say, "Oh, the country fell into sinful times and this and this and that." And then the people elected to fix it. Like they get to write the history now.
I mean,
So
so and then birthright citizenship. That's a huge.
he
You know,
tried to get rid of it. He tried to.
I mean, he put an executive order in place.
Yeah, but then it has to go to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court is probably going to vote with him.
More than likely, he's sick.
Yeah,
They're trying to get rid of the immigrants as well. That's just one of their big things as well. He has plenty of people on the Supreme Court who are for him.
but I mean,
I
that's
figure.
one thing too. It's like, are they going to make it vague, where it's like, like say your great great grandma came here, and she wasn't a citizen, but she had you, and then your whole family, and you had
I
a big
wonder that's
family.
retroactive. That's the
Yeah,
where they
retroactive.
have it. It'll be difficult because then they're getting rid of a lot of their own people as well. They're gonna
Well,
have to
no,
get
I
rid
mean,
of a
like,
lot of Americans as well. So
what that's what I'm saying though. It's like, is it going to start today, or they're
yeah,
going to do?
it'll probably start today. I figure it has to because if they go retroactive, when they're gonna say, well, we only want to go back 10 years, then we know who you're targeting. You know exactly who you're targeting. There's nobody else. You got, you know what I mean? So I also think they also put executive order in place, giving TikTok 90 days. I think they said within 75 days,
To
they
sell
want to
half of
know
it.
that they want to know to sell half of TikTok. Yeah. They want to know
Yeah,
exactly
Trump wants
what,
it to the U.S. government. Yeah.
yeah, they want to
Um,
have some kind of plan in place, knowing what's going to happen within 75 days. He said he's going to give them 90, but 75 days is kind of like the
that's
cutoff
what I
mark
need
for
to know. So
understanding
yeah, yeah.
what's going to happen.
This is a
I
popular
mean,
app. His son probably started tripping like, yo, dad, TikTok's not working. He's like, what?
they knew what was going on. These guys
He started it.
understood
He started the
exactly.
whole ban himself.
Exactly. And then now you got people who are going on TikTok, certain conservative voices on TikTok trying to say that, oh, well, he just put the paperwork. He didn't actually implement the ban. It was Biden and blah, 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 blah. If this were the case, he could have gotten rid of the bill entirely if this is what he wanted to do. He could have been
Have you
done
ever
this,
seen
but
Black Dynamite?
yeah, you showed it to me, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah. So Black Dynamite, they have this scene where it's like, this guy has this boomerang and he throws it, and the boomerang goes hella far away, and then it'll come back and kill some other guy, right? So,
Mhm.
anyways, the guy throws it. He threw it for it one time. You have to see the scene. He threw it for it came in the room or whatever. But that's kind of like what Trump did. You know what I'm saying? He started this whole shit in motion when he was in office. And then
I
like
got you.
at the end, he was like, "Oh yeah, I remember that shit." He's like, "Hey, I can stop that because I started it." But everyone,
Absolutely.
yes, but everyone was like, they're all, "Oh my gosh, look what he did! He saved us." So I mean, hey man, he's gonna showmanship. Also, he went on the news, or he went up during inauguration and said, "Hey, we're taking Panama."
Yeah, he did say that, didn't he?
He said, "We're."
Said taking.
He said, "We're
Said taking.
taking. We're not." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with the expansion."
It's crazy, man, when you really sit back and you listen to something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're willing to basically this is the same person everyone was preaching that, oh, he's not there won't be wars, he'll be ending wars, where you're going to start a war by going into Panama. Any
Well, that's
sovereign
the
nation will
plan.
fight back for it. He's saying that China, you're saying something about China is taking over the Panama Canal. Well, that was probably through business dealings because America's not doing good business dealings with its Latin partners. We need to be doing better business with them. Maybe we wouldn't have so many enemies in our backyard. You got Chile, who has some of they have the most rare earth minerals in the entire world. Why are they not our partners? Why are we not Brazil? Lots of oil there.
I mean, think about it.
Venezuela.
He's going to Panama. I mean, like, what? Why? He can just tell everybody to get down or lay down.
I mean,
That's
does it
kind of
make
seeing what
sense
he's
for
doing.
us to do that
Look,
though?
no, it makes sense for him to do it. You know what I'm
True.
saying? At this point, look, I'd have beat the odds. I was twice impeached. They tried to throw me in jail. I still came out on top. Your kids are gonna remember my name.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean,
You
we'll
know?
talk about him forever. I mean, at this, hopefully, it'll be talked about as a very negative time in our
Oh,
history. Depends on
as
how
the
his president
damage.
goes.
Hey, sometimes you got to tear shit down to get shit popping.
Depends on
Um,
how his presidency goes. I mean, let's. I mean, I'm not even gonna say let's just hope for the best because we kind of know who he is. He's shown us exactly who he is and what he's about. But this is our country, so which you should always want to hope for the best. But moving on, kind of